Welcome, folks. Today we're taking a look at the vacant lot market here in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of Northeast Georgia and Western North Carolina. It's a mid-year review, mid-year 2025, and then we're going to take a look at a first-time home seller's guide, listing to close, and everything in between. We did a deep dive into the residential market. Normally, we cover the residential market very thoroughly. I mean, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, truthfully, we cover it here. As far as if it's a buyer's market, a seller's market is pretty in depth. Occasionally, we get to take a look at the vacant lot market, which I'm a land lover. I love land. I love walking it. I love the views. I mean, I walked about a 98-acre tract the other day, and it was just gorgeous. I mean, you walk into a large tract like that, the temperature, it is amazing, goes down. Everything's shaded. I'm a land lover. And today we're going to take a look at the vacant lot real estate market here in our mountains mid-year review. That's through June of 2025. We will start over in Union County. We started the year with 179 vacant lots for sale. Last year, we started the year with 188 vacant lots for sale. Through the mid-year point, June, we had 200 vacant lots for sale in Union County, 200 versus 204 last year. Not a real big difference as far as inventory. As far as sales, we've had 86 vacant lot sales at the mid-year point, 86 vacant lot sales in Union County at the mid-year point versus 102 a year ago. So we're down. We're down in vacant lot sales in Union County this year. Not huge, but definitely down. Of the 86 that have sold, the average days on market in Union County was 139 days. The average list price was just under $70,000. The average sold price was just under $62,000. The lowest price vacant lot to sell this year was $6,900. The highest sold price of a vacant lot in Union County, we're talking Blairsville, was $300,000 this year. The price differential sold to list, that is the price that it was listed at the time that it sold, went under contract, is 88.58%. 88.58%, that's the percentage of the list price that they're getting. Now, here's an interesting stat. Price differential sold to original, 85.91. That is from what they initially asked before they made some type of price reduction. They're getting almost 86% of the original asking price. That's a quick look at Union County. Now going over into Towns County, Georgia. We're talking Young, Harris, and Hiawassee. We started the year with 113 vacant lots for sale versus 116 last year. Not a big difference. Not a big difference. At the mid-year point, we have 127 vacant lots for sale in Towns County versus 141 last year. So we actually have less vacant lot inventory this year. That's a little different from the residential inventory because we are seeing residential inventory meander up. But never fear, if you want a big number, I looked at this over the weekend. Vacant lots, we have 127 on the market at the mid-year point. Go back to 2008, the so-called crash. There were 784 vacant lots. 784 vacant lots for sale in Towns County back in 2008. 2025, June, mid-year, we're at 127. We've had 28 vacant lots sell thus far this year, 28 at the mid-year point versus 39 last year. So we are down in vacant lot sales this year. The 28 that sold, the average days on market was 159 days. The average list price was a tad over $79,000. The average sold price was just a little over $68,000. $68,000 for a vacant lot. Wow. That's up there. Last year, the average sold price was just under 49,000. So we're definitely seeing an increase in vacant lots. I still maintain, though, that vacant lots, if I were an investor, that's where I would be looking. I still think there's some excellent buys on the market when it comes to vacant lots. The lowest priced lot to sell in Towns County was 14,000. The highest was 210,000. Price differential sold to list, the list at which they started negotiating, was 86.85%. Price differential sold to the price that the vacant lot originally came on the market is 84.49%. A little better over in Union County is price differential sold to original. So when you go to list a property, that's a stat I normally look at. Okay, I'm thinking we should list it in this. Let's look where the average FAT is in our market and try and bring it in somewhere in that range. All right, now crossing the state line over into Clay County, North Carolina. Brasstown, Warne, Hayesville. That, for whatever reason, Clay County has always been the land of the vacant lots. They have a lot of land for sale over here. There have for many, many, many years. Right now, there are 344 I say right now, as of the mid-year point, June, we had 328 vacant lots for sale. 328, whereas if you compare that to Union, they only had 200, and if you compare that to Towns County, they only had 127. So we have a 328 for sale. We started the year with 344, so we are selling some down. Last year, we started the year with 347, so inventory's pretty similar as far as start of the year, but we have currently on the market 328 vacant lots in Clay County. Last year through the end of the mid-year, we had 363. 363 June of 2024, 328. Here's a startling number. June, mid-year point of 2008, there were 1,108 vacant lots on the market. 1,108 vacant lots on the market. And when folks are concerned with crashes, one of the things you can point to is a lack of inventory. In 2008, everybody had everything for sale, so it drove prices down. Inventory is not radically high. 1,108 vacant lots for sale in 2008 compared to 328 today. So no, we don't have a huge inventory that will drive prices down. We've had 48 vacant lots to sell thus far this year through the mid-year point. 48 vacant lots to sell in Clay County versus 39 last year. So out of our counties, for whatever reason, Clay's having a very good year. That's true in both home sales and vacant lot sales. We've had 48 vacant lots to sell at the mid-year point this year versus 39. The average days on market, though, for those 48 that sold was 671 days. So what that tells me is there's some lot out there that was on the market forever that someone finally bought. The average list price is just under $62,000 in Clay County. The average sold price is just above $54,000. The price differential sold to list is 85.52. The price differential sold to original list price is 80.57. That's 80.57. That is a quick look at our vacant lot market here in the mountains, a mid-year review. And again, only in 3 counties. The 3 counties I principally serve is Union County, Blairsville, Towns County, Young Harrison, Hiawassee, and Clay County, Warne, Brasstown, and Hayesville, North Carolina. Again, if you're an investor and you're looking to invest, that's the market I'd be looking at. We still have some very good deals in raw land and some nice subdivisions. That, again, is the market I would consider investing in if I had money that I wanted to invest here in the mountains in real estate. Okay, now shifting over to Came across this article, First Time Home Seller's Guide, Listing to Close and Everything in Between. So the rest of the show, we will be covering First Time Home Seller's Guide, Listing to Close and Everything in Between. Listing your home for sale 101 is what we're going to dive into right after these commercial messages. And as always, I so appreciate you tuning in each week. If you have any real estate questions, you can always reach out to me, and we'll answer them on the show. My email is rick@callrickandrews.com. That's rick@callrickandrews.com. We'll be back right after these commercial messages. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back, folks. Today we're taking a look at First Time Home Seller's Guide, Listing to Close and Everything in Between. Listing your home for sale 101. Realtor. And this is an article I came across. Let's compare it to our market. Find the right realtor. This will be someone local who has a good understanding of how to sell homes in your area. You may also want someone who communicates in a way that is helpful and easy for you. Making the wrong partnership up front could be detrimental to an easy home selling process. I always recommend grilling your realtors. Interview 2 or 3 and grill them. Ask them the hard questions. They're selling probably one of your largest assets, one of your most expensive assets. And there are people that, I picked them as a friend, or, I picked them with this or that. Oh my gosh, that's like, if I've got a heart issue, I'm going to pick the best surgeon. I remember seeing John Maxwell speak years ago, and he was talking about faith in business, and he talked about, there's the one surgeon that will hold your hand and pray with you before the surgery, and he just a good, solid guy. He loses 7 out of every 10 he cuts on. And then there's this other surgeon. He cuts and cusses. He dives in there and he cuts and cusses. He's not the most likable guy, but he saves 7 out of every 10. The counsel there was choose the one that will get the job done. And I think that's true in all of business when it comes to major life decisions. And selling a home is definitely a major life decision. So if you're going to hire an agent, you want to grill them. How many homes do you sell a year? How many lots do you sell a year? Have you sold in the subdivision before? A myriad of questions. We've covered them before on the show. If you'd like a list of questions, shoot me an email at rick@callrickandrews.com. That's rick@callrickandrews.com. But you just want to make sure your agent is competent. And then next, if you get a couple agents that you feel like are competent, you want to make sure they are folks you'd want to have a glass of iced tea with, folks that you're very comfortable with. So I always say you want competency and comfortable with whomever you hire to sell your property. Next is price. A great realtor will be able to coach you on this. Your home value should be objectively assessed based on comparable homes on the market. Do you want to know your market value? You see those online all the time. Do you want to know my value? Here's the problem with those. They're algorithms. Don't rely on those. Like Zestimate. If I recall, the CEO of Zillow sold his home for, I think it was 40. I don't think it was 30. I think it was 40% below the Zestimate value. You want to make sure you do a quality job in pricing your home based on where the market is. Markets go up, markets go down. Right now, we are definitely in a shifting market. I'm seeing a lot of price reductions on the market right now for a reason. To some extent, though, we just don't have the buyers here. So I would if you have something on the market right now, I would take a long, hard look at your price. But also, I would look at how many homes or how many lots have sold within that price range. It may be that we don't have shoppers right now, and making a reduction wouldn't be that meaningful. Number 3 in the article, Listing Your Home for Sale 101, listings and descriptions. Most people will find your home online. How it's described is a huge make it or break it for keeping their attention and encouraging them to stop scrolling. Crafting the right copy can alert buyers to the desirable facts and features about your home. That's plain language. Plain language. A lot of agents nowadays are using AI. They put and truthfully, I use AI on many that I do. I put in the basic facts, and there are various AIs out there that you can use that help you. I'll say add flowers. I tend to be, 4 personality types. I tend to be the analytical, so 2 bedroom, 3 bath, blah, blah, blah. I need to warm it up, so I do use an AI a lot. And I think you can tell when you see a description that AI is written, but they're nice. A lot of agents are using AI today in making their descriptions maybe a little more flowerful. Next point, pictures and videos. It's a digital age. Prospective buyers will favor homes that have great professional photos and even video tours. There are 2 ways to capture great digital media, even if you only have a smartphone. Or not 2 ways. There are plenty of ways to capture great video, even if you only have a smartphone. Yeah, don't do what you want, but I wouldn't hire an agent that's whipped on their cell phone. They should be able to, given what commissions are, they should be able to hire a professional that not only takes professional photographs but does a video of your home. You definitely want a video of your home. Video gets far more clicks than just a still photo. So get a video done of your home. I like the drone videos. I like them to start out with what's in the vicinity so folks can get an idea of what's near the home, and then the drone comes down to the home. And then you get a review of what's around the home as far as yard and things of that nature. And then you get the video tour of the actual home. My personal favorite, and we've talked about this before, is the Matterport. Oh, I love Matterports. That's a system where you're able to drag your mouse through the entire home. You can move your mouse up, look up, see the ceilings, see that beautiful tongue and groove cathedral ceiling, look down, see the warm wood floors, and then you drag your mouse through the house. You go down the stairs, you go up the stairs, you go from room to room. It's the best way to give you a home's layout, which I think in a second home market is a must. So you definitely want, I think, to get a Matterport. So you want professional photos, professional video, and finally you want to get a Matterport virtual tour. The next section of First-Time Home Seller's Guide is 8 ways to prep your home to sell. In a snapshot, here are 8 steps you'll take to prep your home to sell. 1, make as many repairs as possible. We've discussed that before. There are some repairs, if it's something involving the roof, leak issue, you definitely address that immediately. If it's a foundational issue, address it immediately. Otherwise, unless it's going to further damage the home or something, you can negotiate out a lot of minor cosmetic issues. Number 2, decide if any major repairs need to be made. Again, that's roof, foundation. 3, improve curb appeal outdoors. That's landscaping and grooming. At least get the guy out there to trim down the bushes so it highlights your home the best. You go to a home and the bushes are overgrown. It makes the buyer question how well you've maintained the home. When they see stuff like that, they scratch their head and go, I wonder how they've maintained, if they just let it be. And to some extent that's true on some cosmetic items, but especially on landscaping and grooming. Number 4, do a deep clean. Just like you'd sell a home, you want to sell a car. You want to wash it, wax it, armor all those tires. You want to go over your home top to bottom. The walls, the flooring, the ceilings, the fixtures. Do a deep clean. Number 5, clean your windows inside and out. Let them see that view. View sales in the mountains. Number 6, declutter and depersonalize your space. Should seem simple, but if you have one little knick-knack or tchotchke on the table, that's fine. But if you've got 7 or 8, get them off. Up here you see the bear motif or the deer motif. One bear is fine. 3 or 4 bears too much. Number 7, neutralize your decor. Number 8, do a walkthrough and improve anything else you have missed. You may be surprised to uncover issues that would deter a buyer. When you put a home, I'm getting hungry for lunch. That's probably why I said ham. But when you put a home on the market, walk through it like you're a buyer. Make the changes you would want if you were buying that home. Take the sentiment out and think to myself, if I were buying this home, what bothers me? And make those corrections. Put your buyer's eyes on. Folks, I really appreciate you tuning in each week. My name's Rick Andrews, and if you're looking to buy or sell here in the mountains, I hope you'll call me. Thank y'all.